Hey, football fans. Thanks for joining me, the football guy, for today's episode of Throwback Thursday. I hope you've been enjoying our focus on past football teams as much as I have. Let's start off today's episode with a recap of last week's throwback focus, the 1984 New Orleans Saints. Let's get to it. Kick off our throwback recap of the 1984 New Orleans Saints with the man at the helm, Bum Phillips. Phillips went 7-9 in 1984 and failed to improve his promising 1983 season record of 8-8 and finished third in the NFC West Division. Phillips acquired quarterback Richard Todd in a trade from the New York Jets to push aging star Kenny Stabler for the starting job. He assembled an offense that ranked 20th overall in yards and points for, with young star running back George Rogers and star Earl Campbell. Phillips' defensive squad was ranked number 1 against passing yards, but 26th against the run. The defense was good enough to send 2 players to the Pro Bowl, linebacker Ricky Jackson and defensive end Bruce Clark. Richard Todd was acquired from the New York Jets for a first-round draft pick and beat out aging star Kenny Stabler in training camp to win the starting job, with Dave Wilson serving as the backup for the season. Hall of Famer Kenny Stabler's career was winding down in his last season with the Saints. He lost the QB1 job in training camp and would retire midway through the season. Budding star George Rogers nearly cracked the century mark with 914 yards rushing to lead the team. Hokie Gajan was second on the team with 615 yards and a nice 6.0 yards per carry average. Star Earl Campbell was traded to New Orleans during the season and put up a modest 190 yards on 50 carries. Overall, the Saints' rushing attack ranked 8th in the league for rushing yards and added 9 touchdowns on a 4.2 yards per carry average. Tyrone Young's role was expanded in 1984, and he caught 29 passes for 597 yards for a 20.6 yards per catch average to lead the team. Hobie Brenner was at tight end, averaging 19.8 yards per catch and adding 6 touchdowns. Dave Waymer started all 16 games in 1984 for the Saints and was steady for the defense and picked off 4 passes. Ricky Jackson was an immediate starter for the Saints at outside linebacker, and in 1984, he had his best season, forcing 4 fumbles, recording 12 sacks, and piling up 124 tackles. Bruce Clark enjoyed his best season in 1984, where he earned Pro Bowl honors by racking up 10.5 sacks and 1 interception. Jumpy Gethers was selected with the Saints' first pick in the NFL draft. He took the field on obvious passing downs and helped spark the defense by recording 6 sacks. Joel Hilgenberg was selected in the 4th round and provided spot duty for the offensive line until 1987, when he finally cracked the starting lineup. Brian Hansen was selected in the 9th round and became an immediate starter at the punter position. He was also selected to the Pro Bowl in his rookie year. Okay, now that we've finished our recap, let's see which team we'll be focusing on this week. As always, we'll spin 3 wheels. The first wheel will determine the team that we pull off the wheel for our focus. The second wheel will determine the decade, and the third wheel will pinpoint the exact year of our focus. Let's get to it. All right, so here's our team picker. And let's see, going down to the Giants, Steelers, Seahawks, Buccaneers, maybe? Yeah, looks like we're going to have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So now we'll switch to our decade picker. Okay, so Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And 90s, 2020s, 1970s. So the Buccaneers of the 70s, the old creamsicle uniforms. Let's see which exact year we're going to focus in on now. Okay. There we go. Looks like 1979 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So 1979 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's going to be our focus for the coming week. Okay, we've got our team set, and it's going to be the 1979 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So remember, please comment on your favorite memories and players and stories so we can all relive the glory of the past. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the comments.